What up, man? It's your boy Vigilante Styles, man. Here I'm gonna mix a metal song today. Oh, get this. Take a look at this layout right here. I really like this theme for FL Studio 21, man. Love it. So get used to it, guys. This is what it's gonna be. So anyway, let's get into mixing. I'm not gonna do too much talking. We're gonna start working here. I did have real quick. There was a conversation I had with somebody who said that if you can mix metal, you can pretty much mix anything, and that's because there's more skill involved in mixing a metal song because you're basically taking stuff that's recorded through a microphone and through an amplifier and trying to make it sound good, as opposed to so it'll help your mixing for mixing hip hop, R&B, and all this other stuff where you already have really good sounds. So it kind of helps you hone your decisions and stuff like that. So I picked a cool song from Hollow Ground called Left Blind. You can get it from Cambridge Multitrack's website. Download it and you can do your own practice mixes as well. Just Google that. I don't know the exact link off the top of my head, but just Cambridge Multitrack's multitrack library. And look for this one. You can download it. They're all free and stuff. You can just download multi-tracks and practice mixing, which is what I do for a lot of these videos. So anyway, let's go. Let's get into the mix, and I'll shut up and let's go. One last thing, I'm mixing on my speakers, okay? I don't have to explain myself every time I do this, but I'm doing it because I know I'm in a crappy room and excuse me, I'm in a crappy room and whatnot, but it's better than using fake, room emulations and headphones and stuff like that. I mean, headphones are good for catching details and stuff, but I mean, we're gonna catch the details, and I'm not doing no NS10 trick or anything like that. So we're just gonna mix normal. Okay, so let's go.
never die. The place I used to go, but the moon so unkind. Behind and lies my conscience. After this, my conscience leads. It's on my head. It's on my time. The place I used to go, but the moon so unkind. Behind and lies my conscience. I lost peace! It's on my head! It should be dead! It's on my time! I'm trying to find the place I used to go! Look just fine! But the moon so unkind! I'm left blind behind a wall of guilt and lies! Of lies! My conscience! It leads me after this! After this! My conscience leads me blind! Leads me blind! It leads me after this! It should be dead! It should be dead! I lost peace! It's on my head! It should be dead! It's on my time! I'm trying to find the place I used to go! Look just fine! But the moon so unkind! I'm left blind behind a wall of guilt and lies! Of lies! My conscience! It leads me after this! After this! My conscience leads me blind! Leads me blind! It leads me after this! I lost me! It's on my head! It should be dead! It's on my time! I'm trying to find the place I used to go! Look just fine! But the moon so unkind! I'm left blind behind a wall of guilt and lies! Of lies! My conscience! It leads me after this!
And that, my friends, is how you mix metal. Woo! Yeah, man. My bad for some of those loud sections when I was having to add in the distortion plugins. So I had to add in the distortion plugin because this was just the, it was just the guitar plucks, but no actual, there was no distortion and wasn't running through an amp or anything. So I guess, it's direct in, I guess what DI means. So nice thing is FL Studio comes with its own distortion pedals. So I've just put hardcore on it, kind of went through a couple presets, which you guys saw, until I found something that sounded pretty cool, and I just went with that. And then from there, I just shaped it with the SSL channel. So I just did that across each one of these that needed it. Apparently the lead didn't need it, so I didn't put it on there. But these other three, like rhythm guitar tracks, needed it. I also threw some Magma Little Tube. I thought by adding some more harmonic distortion, like some tube distortion, it would crunch it up a little bit better, but it would also kind of like warm it up a bit because it sounded too harsh. I wanted to warm it up a bit before I processed it in the SSL channel and try to warm it up some more. Here on the vocals, excuse me, I put Lux Verb. So you can't get that anywhere but in FL Studio, Lux Verb. And this is probably one of the best sounding reverbs you can get. And I went with the preset for Vocal Hall, and I took the wetness down until it sounded right. Put Fruity Delay 3, used the preset for Ping Pong, and then just brought the wetness down and changed the time signature, or not time signature, but the time on it. Vocal Writer, just to make sure that the vocal ride is smooth going into the SSL, and then from there the DPR 402 for de-essing. And I did that on all the vocal tracks. The gangs, I didn't do any of that kind of processing on the gangs because it only comes in once in a blue moon, and basically it's just kind of there accentuating something. So I go, well, you don't really need to add like all the other effects to it. I just SSL channel and the de-esser, right? And that's about it. I think on the bass mic we put, once again, I want some tube saturation to kind of crunch it up and warm it up a little bit. Bass rider going once again to control the levels going into the SSL. And then of course on our master bus we have the SSL bus compressor. We have virtual tape, so going to default, so it's just going into master tape, which is half-inch two-track tape. FG9 is some transparent tape. 30 IPS is a fast speed, so you get high quality. Going into the tape machine. Then after that, Abbey Road vinyl. The reason why I like Abbey Road vinyl is because I don't really want the clicks and all this other stuff in there, but what I want is the tone shaping that it does. And the shaping of, going to vinyl and making a lacquer print or whatever. I leave TG Desk on. I don't have the plug-in for that, but apparently it's still doing something from what I read in the manual. Added a little bit of drive just to kind of once again add some more warmth and try to tame some of the harshness out of those guitars and just basically over the overall mix. And then I just adjusted the tone arm, and I know that kind of changes the tone slightly until everything kind of sounded pretty well balanced. And of course the input gain, I'm aiming for 0 on the view meter, and that's it. So this is ready to print. So I'm going to print this. Mastering is going to be digital and easy. It's just going to be Ozone. Master assisted, set to streaming, and then I'm going to adjust the loudness to -16 LUFS and make sure that it's true peak, and that's it. That's mastering for you, and that would be a pretty solid sounding mix and master. So reason why I did a metal song, even though I'm a hip hop guy, is because as you can see in my other videos, the way that I mix hip hop music, you can mix metal this way, which means actually it's the reverse, right? You mix metal this way, and then you could mix anything, you see. And it's a pretty simple system, especially when the track counts start getting really big. You want something simple because you're going to need to kind of hyper focus on a big track count and maybe do more processing and stuff. I didn't do any bussing. There's no need. And I think it just sounded fine just the way it is. Considering that the track count, especially at this point, was only about, 16 tracks? And I have to go through all that craziness. No over processing. I also put FabFilter Pro G, and they go, well, you already have a gate. I said, yeah, but this gate here is used to just close the channel, right? So it's default just closing the channel to keep air out of the channel, but we want the air coming in when there is signal, because actually that noise does sound good. Pro G is just it's a very hard gate. It's like, I figured why go and mess with the gate on the SSL channel when it's already doing something? And I was like, oh, I'll just add this gate. This gate is a trap door. So, I mean, like nothing was getting through this. It was a super gate, man. So I was like, I'll just put that on before, to gate it and then go into the SSL and just mix it. Why reinvent the wheel, guys, So anyway, there you go. Vigilante Styles can mix metal too. So hire me for your metal needs as well. But yeah, this is for me. It's just practice so that I can take these techniques, whatever I've learned, to try to get. Another thing I did kind of try to do. None of these are really out of phase. So, but I was just occasionally here and there just checking with the phase flip when I thought maybe some instruments or something like that, especially the drums, might be mic'd up really weird and having phase issues. But I don't think there was. I know when I flipped the phase, it would sound weaker. So that's the whole idea. When you're checking the phase, you want to make sure that everything sounds stronger, more low end, more bottom. That means that you have a stronger signal. And then you know that the phase relationship is correct. Otherwise, they cancel each other out and they sound weaker. So I didn't hear any phasing issues. So I think everything's good. I think this is a pretty solid mix. Definitely satisfies me. And another reason why I mix on my speakers predominantly is because I saw Abbey Road Studios, dude, in their mastering room. Dude, they literally just mix in a room like a terrible room that no room acoustics, no treatment, no nothing, no bass traps, no nothing. They literally I was like, what? Really? Just like a room like I have, pretty much. Just a standard fucking room. They have some good monitors though. My speakers they're decent, but they're not like monitors. But I've checked them. I mean, they're mostly flat, so I can use them. And I have a subwoofer, so I can hear the bass frequencies and stuff. And my sub is actually below me, so it's not like I'm not sitting at the back of the room with a lot of extra sub or whatever, kind of reverberating around the room, messing up my bass decisions or anything. So, and another thing too is I saw that Abbey Road Studios, their mastering room, they have like windows and shit. Like everybody criticized about how I was mixing earlier, like, oh, you got windows. So, yeah, so I got windows, there's glass, whatever, sound bouncing off the glass. But I don't know if it works for Abbey Road. It seems to work for me. You guys liked some of my mixes when I was doing it this way, so apparently it works. So I guess the main thing is I listen to a lot of music on these speakers anyway, like all the time. Like when I'm not doing these videos, I got music playing all the time. So it's like I kind of know what good music should sound like. I basically know what I've learned by room. I learned what my speakers, how things are supposed to sound on them. So anyway, that's the main thing. Then you don't need to buy all these fucking emulations of rooms and stuff, and you don't have to mix on headphones and all this other stuff. So, but I could mix on headphones if I had to. I've done it, a few other videos as well. But the main issue with mixing on headphones is getting reverb right, getting the levels of vocals right, really getting the levels of anything correct. EQing is actually, you can do EQing with headphones. Actually, that's really good to do EQing with headphones, because then you don't hear, like, you don't have all those room issues when you're doing EQ. But I think this turned out pretty good, and I'm sure the EQ is probably just fine. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check out my other videos as well. It's your boy Vigilante Styles, and I got more coming, so you guys stay tuned. I've been a little behind somewhat on knocking out videos, but I'm going to try to catch up a little bit. I got a few other metal songs I want to mix too, so we're going to kind of go through a series of metal songs being mixed, and also I have a couple other magazines to analyze too for like tips and tricks. So definitely stay tuned. Check out my Dr. Dre techniques and stuff that I found. I dug up off the internet that you probably won't get anywhere else. Actually, I guarantee you won't get anywhere else, because there's a lot of like disinformation going around about how Dr. Dre mixed records and stuff. And I found the goods. Found the goods, man. And so definitely check out that video where I talk about Dr. Dre's mixing techniques and gear choices and whatnot. And I think you will find that very entertaining, and will definitely take your mixes to the next level. I guarantee it. Anyway, it's your boy Vigilante Styles, man, and I'm out. Peace.